Growing up in Texas, breakfast tacos were such a staple. Now that I live in Arizona, we call them breakfast burritos, but really it's just a bigger breakfast taco. I am going to elevate these potato and egg breakfast tacos by making homemade corn tortillas. First, I'm just going to roast some diced potatoes. I just season it with some salt, pepper, and paprika and a little bit of olive oil. I'm using this Hacienda brand masa, and you're just going to mix it with warm water. You want to continue adding the warm water as you're mixing it because you don't want to get too wet, but you also want to make sure that the dough is nice and hydrated. A good tip to figure out if your dough is hydrated is just to get a little piece, roll it into a ball, and then when you press it down, you don't want to see too many cracks on the edges. So that right there looks good. I'm using a tortilla press. If you do not have one, you can also do the same thing with the plastic bag that I have here and then just a heavy glass dish and then press it down. My tortilla press isn't very even, so I'm just going to rotate it so that way all the sides get nice and flat. I did press this a little bit too much, but I was able to kind of fix the part that stuck to the plastic. You want to make sure your pan or comal is super hot. You can see the steam here. For 30 minutes, cook it on one side, carefully flip it over, and then you're just going to keep flipping it until you get those brown edges and look at that puff. That means the steam is building up inside and then the tortilla is done. Keep them warm in a towel or tortilla warmer and they turn out so soft and pliable once they get a chance to steam. These are going to be so good for these tacos. I'm making some soft scrambled eggs in a stainless steel pan. I'm just doing the water test. Once the water bounces around, then the pan is nice and hot. Lower the heat, and then we're going to add some butter. Once the butter is melted, go ahead and add in the eggs, and then I'm just going to cook them low and slow until the desired consistency is reached. I like mine fully done, but just still a little bit soft. Go ahead and season your eggs with a generous amount of salt and pepper or any other seasonings that you like. And then once they're done, go ahead and turn off the heat so that way they don't overcook. Now we're going to go ahead and build our tacos. I am heating the tortillas up again with some cheese. This part isn't necessary, but I just love that added taste and texture from the melted mozzarella cheese. Carefully fold them over. You can use tongs if that's easier because this is pretty hot. Once the cheese is melted a little bit, you don't need to fully melt it because then the other ingredients are going to melt it some more. Open up the tortillas and then layer in your scrambled eggs, the crispy potatoes. I could just eat these on their own. They're so good. And then if you're lucky, you'll get a perfect avocado like I did. This always makes my day. Go ahead and add some sliced avocado, and then I'm going to do some salsa that I had. The chile de árbol salsa is nice and spicy, or you can do a fresh tomato salsa. I have recipes for both. You can enjoy these tacos any time of day, and they're absolutely delicious. I hope you try them.